Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today is an extremely special episode because Triumph UK have lent me a motorcycle for a week to show you guys what it can do, review it, put it through its paces. So should I apologise to Triumph now or when I hand the bike back? When I hand the bike back. Cue the intro. So, Triumph have lent me a limited edition bike. There is only 1,000 of these bikes. So basically, if I drop one, it becomes even more valuable because there'll only be 999 left. And when I say it's a thing of beauty, it is a thing of beauty. So let me show you the ride that we're going to be doing a little mini series on about how cool this bike is. Or I just break it. But ladies and gentlemen, let's have a quick look at the Triumph Street Twin Gold Edition. Okay, I think we need to start with looks because to me, that is like the girl in the red dress at the bar that you and your mates are already drooling over, trying to think up some kind of line that means that you're gonna get in there. I mean, come on. Now, I'm already a fan of the Bonneville and I've owned one. That is gorgeous. That Street Twin is absolutely stunning. Now, when I first got told I was gonna get the limited edition, the black and gold, I was a bit like, I prefer an all black bike. But it's so special because these lines here, these beautiful gold lines around this bike, around the tank, and then that extremely special stripe, that pin stripe all the way up with the gold line. Those stripes, I kid you not, are hand done. I mean, look at the perfection in the work. I mean, that is cool. You can see the brush stroke there. Oh, I like that. I really like that. I mean, come on. This is seriously gorgeous. I mean, for the 2021 model, they've done this brushed aluminium headlight holder. And it just adds that little bit to it. And I love the way that you've got this over what would have been the old carbs to give it that kind of focus, that kind of retro look. I mean, it's just gorgeous, isn't it? Now, looking at it from the rear, it is very tidy, isn't it? It's a tidy rear. It's the kind of rear that you're quite happy to stare at. It's got a kind of almost flat track racer kind of style to it. Now, initial glance straight at the cockpit as such, the controls. I love the point this is silver again. I love the silver touches with the black. It really brings it out on the bike. The controls, they look well made. I mean, it's Triumph build quality. You can't really fault it, can you? There, you've got a mode button, information button, indicators, and obviously beep beep for the old horny horns. And then you've got your hazard light switch on here. You switch your engine on, and that's also the starter as well. And it looks quite nice, easy to use, compact. Now, switching on the ignition, I wouldn't say it's a massive jumping out, obviously TFT screen, but you've got that real funky old-fashioned everything's in one place. I have no idea what actually appears on here yet, so we'll find out as we get going. But it looks like a nice standard easy to use dash. Now, you've obviously got different modes on here, so you can go from sort of road mode to rain mode, and that basically brings down the torque and the acceleration to handle it more in the rain. Now, for me, what's important is that soundtrack. What does this Street Twin sound like with those exhausts? This is a big moment because I've got that classic sort of Bonneville soundtrack in my head. But let's find out. That sounds better than I actually thought it was going to sound. Can you hear the purr from that engine, that little grunt? It sounds bigger than a 900cc bike. That to me sounds about a 1200cc bike. Now what a nice sound that just made. That twin engine, that smooth, silky Triumph twin engine, that produces a hell of a sound. I really like that. But I suppose there's really one thing left to do. Get on it and see what it's like. Okay, with a seat height of 765, that is not a struggle to get on in any way at all, is it? I mean, there is so much bend left in my legs. It's absolutely spot on. Now, I'm 5'8", so I'm not one of these people that bang my head off of every single door frame in the world. I'm an average person. I generally think people now 5'8" are pretty average. So I'd say even if I was 5'4", I'd still fit on this really comfortably. I mean, what a position. It is so neutral, it's unreal, and it feels so small. There's no massive lean out to get to it or bending down. I'm upright with that great perfect curve. Whew. Right, let's for the first time see what this is actually like. And let's just see what this 900cc engine can give us. Oh, I'm looking forward to this. Okay, so I pulled off wrong. I'll admit it, I've stopped. This is 80 Newton meters of torque, 64 brake horsepower, and I just poodled off like a grandad. It deserves more. It deserves pure power. So I've got a kind of country, not perfectly straight running from me, just to see how it pulls off, because it's very important at traffic lights that we all know what it feels like to pull off. Nothing to do with my racing days. Go! Woo! Oh, bit of front wheelage! Blah! Blimey, that's fast! Woo! Okay. It pulls off. It pulls off quick. It generally, that is tuned so well. I had to kind of slightly feather them because I generally thought the front end was going to come off. Ah, oh, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Oh, this is going to be a fun review. Okay, so this is the point where I need to point out some of the things I don't like about it, because that's what you do in a review, right? So, I mean, I don't like this really nice silver fuel cap that twists open like that. I mean, okay, that's quite nice. Now I can't just say I love it, can I, straight away? I mean, the way it makes me feel quite sexy and even better looking because of the styling. Yeah, no, I can't do that either. No, that's a like, isn't it? That is a like. Yeah, I'll have to think about that one. Okay, let's talk about comfort. Obviously, we're poodling along now 55, 60 miles an hour. And on the newer model, they've put better foam in the seat to give it that bit of comfort. So it's like, it's firm, but nice on the buttocks. Quite, yeah, it's nice. It's a nice firm seat. Now, I don't know, 100 miles I'll have to test later on it to see how good a firm on the butt cheeks the seat is, but you can. That is a nice spongy but firm seat. I don't feel like I'm sliding around on it. If I turn the throttle, I don't feel like I'm being pushed off the back of the seat. It feels good. Now, the neutral position, you don't really get much more neutral than this. I have literally got my knees perfect, as you can see, as described when I first sat on it. There's no overreach, so I've got some good steering. I think the whole ride position of this feels quite good. I feel quite low to the ground, definitely feel quite low, so I feel like I'm going quicker than I am as well. That kind of adds to that thrill factor. And the comfort is pretty much that, the neutral position, the arms the way that they are. I mean, I generally don't think you're going to struggle sitting on this for a length of time. I really don't. And the initial thoughts would be, I don't think there's anything I'd want to adjust. it's got that real cafe sort of low feel racer to it. I mean, you're not leant over like a cafe racer and your bars aren't perfectly straight, but I've kind of gone for that in between where I've got a little bit of curve, just a little bit, or if I want to sit up, because there's not a big reach, I can sort of put myself back and sit up just fine. I'm quite happy. As a position, that is a nice position. Simple as that. Okay, so when you're given a press bike, a couple of things happen. They either give you a fuel card, what basically registers to the registration of the bike, so you can fill up a bike. Sometimes they give you some money to cover your costs. And then what Triumph did is they give you a full tank and a letter basically saying it's had a full tank, it's clean to sparkling, enjoy. They're very, very confident because they've been doing this for such a long time, getting it right basically. And that's all they need to do. Here's a full tank, here's the keys, enjoy. And they're not lying, are they? It's good. Oh, listen to that engine note. It just purrs. It doesn't leave me wanting either. I mean, I should be taking this very steady. There's only 1,000 of these. Come on, Lord Helmet Ahead. I mean, I could just buy it off them if I crash it, couldn't I? But then, well, it'd make a good trophy, but oh, that would be a shame. That would be a shame. Power! Stop having too much fun. Stop having too much fun. Oh, sharp end. Oh, anyway. Okay, and of course, there's the big question, isn't there? Handling. What does she handle like? Is she fun or is she a bit boring? She's got the right seating position. She's got the right height. She's got the Brembo brakes so we can slow down. What's she going to be like on the old twisters? One way to find out. And in the rain, there's definitely one way to find out. Oh, look at that. Oh, hello. She wants more. Oh, she's going to be a bit too much fun, isn't she? So let's drop it back. Let's let this car get a little bit of gap between us because it is struggling up that little hill. Let's do it. Let's drop it down. And oh, look. Oh, look. And again in. She took so nice. Oh, she's got plenty of throaty power to bring it out. So you kind of dip it in, keep your power neutral, and on the way out a bit of... Oh, I knew I'd catch up with the Mercedes because there's going to be no match to this beauty. She handles well, doesn't she? Well, there you go, eh? What a machine. I mean, I'm still trying to find something to tell you I don't like. I mean, 12 litre fuel capacity. Yeah, that's pretty good as well, isn't it? Oh, I don't know. I don't know. If you've got an A2 licence, you can restrict it and have it taken back off by the dealers. That's good too. I don't know. There's got to be something I'm not liking. It can't just be love at first sight. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't know what I don't like. Fly-by-wire throttle, so it just powers you through. I mean, that's so instant. It feels so good. I can't not like that either. Brembo brakes for that ultimate stopping. That's good too. I've got to find something I don't like about this bike. Go on! Control yourself, sir. Control yourself. So, as I'm stood here in the pouring it down rain, and this is my first ride review, and I've got a whole week with this bike to see what else it can do. I think my actual initial thoughts are really simple. I've pulled the girl in the red dress at the bar, and I'm feeling good. Well, gorgeous, let's go for a wild ride.
Center of attention, they all want some. I'm like fire, hot as the sun. The dance floor is burning, call 911. Hands on my body, I'm loving the heat, but it won't for free.